beautiful people of the world, thank you so much for joining me today here on Lumiere Tarot. My name is Claire Summer. Today's pick a card reading is what is blocking you from finding true love. So we're going to take a look at the energies surrounding this situation. I want to put out a trigger warning for this reading. It isn't my intention to hurt anybody or to be harsh in any way. This is really an opportunity for you to reflect on the energies surrounding you, the patterns in your life, to reflect on your own soul's journey. So please just bear that in mind, use it as an empowering experience to kind of reflect on those energies and on yourself, all right? But yes, a trigger warning for you today, just in case anything comes up which feels challenging for you, all right? I'm going to insert a picture of the three groups for you that I've got today. You're welcome to pause the video if you need a little bit more time to make your selection. I always ask that you choose from your intuition and not from sight. You tune into that quiet inner voice that we all have. Listen to that inner guide and make your selection from your intuition. Group 1 is the raw aquamarine, group 2 is the pyrite cluster, and group 3 is the amethyst double terminated point. All the timestamps are in the description box below this video. While you make your selection, I will just let you know that I want to give a shout out to Nicole, who offers intuitive coaching, and she specializes in love and relationships. So if you have a love that you are struggling to let go of, if you are recognizing within yourself that you have particular relationship patterns and you're looking to healing those, you want to invest in yourself in that way, then I highly recommend her. She's such an amazing girl. She's an intuitive herself, and she encourages you to connect to your own intuition as well throughout the process. You will not meet a more genuine person and feel more seen than if you choose to work with Nicole. So yeah, Nicole's intuitive coaching is linked in the description box below this video. Do check her out. She does a 15-minute call prior to the appointment, which I think is free. Don't quote me on that. This isn't a sponsored video. She's just a girl that I've been working with personally for other aspects of her coaching, so I said that I would give her a shout out on the video. All right, check her out if that resonates, but otherwise make your selection and I will see you in a moment. Hey everybody, welcome to your reading. To everyone who picked group number 1, this is for everyone who picked the beautiful and amazing raw aquamarine crystal. Is it going to come into focus? I don't know. Anyway, it's truly amazing. I really love it, and the energy I get from this crystal, it's very restorative and sort of replenishing, so kind of energizing. It's really amazing. So yep, I'm going to take a look at your tarot and then I will clarify with your oracle cards. We're going to be taking a look at what's blocking true love from coming into your life, all right? Opening your reading with the beautiful star card. I love to see the star in a reading. Temperance in reverse, Empress, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, 8 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles in reverse, 5 of Wands, and Queen of Swords to close your reading. So I see Sagittarius energy here, Libras, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is also represented very strongly as well. That may resonate with you. If it doesn't, please don't worry about it too much. This is interesting. I mean, these are all beautiful cards. The Star, Temperance in reverse, Empress. What I'm seeing here, there is a need for healing. This is not surprising. Something needs healing. I know that you've been working on yourself. I know you've been trying. I know that you're the sort of person who understands that you need to look within, that you need to reflect. But there is something perhaps that is still unhealed or is too painful for you to address, or something that perhaps you're not seeing, you're not recognizing, which is a wound within you which hasn't healed yet. There is a strong impatience here represented in your reading for that sort of healing to be done. So maybe you're healing from a heartbreak, or from a disappointing experience, or from some sort of trauma in the past, or perhaps in your childhood. And there's an impatience here, and the fact is there is an element of divine timing at play when it comes to you meeting your divine counterpart, which you will. I see that here. You don't need to worry about that. Spirit is just saying, look, you don't need to worry about this. It's all, if you just let go. I know this is so much easier said than done, but like, if you let go and let it flow, it's all going to fall into place for you. you're on the right path, you're doing the right things towards loving yourself, towards getting to know yourself better, but there's this impatience is causing resistance. And some of that impatience may be to do with like, I need this person out there to love me, to fill in the gaps where I cannot love myself or where I feel unlovable, right? And that's why you feel impatient. This is what I'm picking up on really strongly. So it's just like, you're impatient for the love to come in, you're impatient for the harvest, you're impatient for that kind of long-term, legendary love that you want to come into your life. You've got loads of time. I don't care how old you are. That's me being fierce. You've got plenty of time for this to happen for you, and the sooner you let go of that resistance, the quicker this love is going to come in. I mean, these are both cards of love. The Star and the Empress are both cards of love, and that is genuine love, and it's real love. But with this Temperance in the reverse, it's just like there is a lack of healing. There is something which is unresolved. This is what I'm hearing from Spirit. There's something that's unresolved, and there is this incredible impatience which is creating, I can really see it as friction, right? It's creating this resistance which is stopping the flow of your good from coming to you. So I don't know how you do that, how you can reconcile with that, how you can just say, you know, I'm good, and I know that whatever happens, good is coming to me, and whatever happens, everything's going to be all right, and I will have my complete emotional fulfillment. That's what I see here. So I know you're just like, I just want it to be done already, I want the person to be here already, I want this to be sorted out already, but there's more to do, and that is why there's a block here. But look at this, we have got divine counterparts here. King of Cups, Queen of Cups, these are soulmates, could represent twin flame. This is or just two people who resonate very deeply, deep love, both people who are emotionally available, both people who are connected at the soul level, both people who are destined to be in each other's lives. So there is someone here for you. It's like you're impatient for this true love and your divine counterpart to come in. So there is someone here already who is either in your life or who is in your energy already. Like if you're sensitive, you might be able to sense that. So they're sort of working their way to come into your life. And I feel like perhaps you can't see this with this Eight of Swords. So there could be somebody in your life already who you cannot see the potential of this. It could be somebody who's in the periphery of your life, right? I'll tell you something personal. My husband and I were in and out of each other's lives, and we didn't even know it for many years. And it was very interesting that he was around me in this way. So I used to work in a bar that he used to come to, and we had like so many friends in common, and we'd like been to an event and we worked out that we'd both been there, right? And he plays the saxophone, and he'd had his saxophone lessons in a house opposite my best friend, and I was in her house all the time. So he was in the periphery of my life for a long time before we actually came into union in divine timing. So this is what I'm picking up on for you, like a very similar situation. There could be somebody who's at the very edge of your life, who's maybe like touching your energy a little bit. Maybe you pass them, but you don't know. Like they're sort of passing you, but they will come to you in the right time. So I feel like maybe you can't see them, or they can't see you psycho-spiritually or emotionally, because it's not the right time for you to do that, but they are there. Spirit wants you, I'm getting really emotional, can you hear it? Spirit wants you to know that they are there. They're in your life already, either energetically, or perhaps you know them a little bit, or you know them in passing, but they are there already, and you can't see them. But the reason you can't see them is because you're not meant to see them, because it isn't the right time, because you've got a little bit more healing to do, and you need to look within. But this love is a beautiful love that I'm seeing. There's something else here which Spirit is highlighting that I want to talk about. I'm not calling anybody out, and there's no judgment here. I see with this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse and this Five of Wands, there is a little bit of resistance to kind of giving up being single, or the freedom of that, or a little bit of resistance of getting into another relationship maybe due to being hurt in the past. So although on the one hand you're just like, no, I really want love, I really want a beautiful connected relationship, I get it. But maybe if you can take the time to reflect, you will see that when something like that comes into our lives, it creates a big change, right? And we resist change. You know, the ego doesn't like it. It likes everything to be the same. So, you know, maybe there's this underlying thing of, oh, you know, what will it be like to have to consider somebody else all the time? Or what if it's like that other awful relationship that I had with that narcissist? Or what if I have to move cities? Or what if I have to move away from my family? Or, you know, all these things. So these are just examples of maybe there's a layer of fear beneath your desire. So you've got your intention, you want, you know, a beautiful connection with your divine counterpart, but under that there is some resistance, which is creating, you know, which is fear around your life changing, and sort of giving up some of the kind of benefits of being single, like of not having anyone to answer to, of your life being simpler, of you being able to please yourself. Maybe when you know that you get into a serious relationship like this, you might start a family or have more children. And then that adds a layer of complexity and a layer of change. So maybe there's some fear around that. These are just examples. Spirit is saying take a moment to reflect on that and see if that is true, because those fears need to be dissolved in order for love to come in for you. You know, for you to be, it's like, on the one hand it's this, and on the other hand, you know, you want what you want, and on the other hand there's this fear, and there's this energy of giving the universe mixed messages about that. I feel that also you may have a bit of a heart wall, because this is the closing to your reading with the Queen of Swords. If you have been hurt in the past, I'm worried that for some of you, you are carrying that around still, or some of that energy is still in your energetic frequency, right? And you are carrying it around with you like baggage. And there is no judgment here. I'm just saying what I see in the cards, and what the messages that I'm getting. So there may be some residual energy which is in your aura, which is in your energetic body that you're carrying with you, which needs to sort of be processed and flushed out. This isn't necessarily a mental process. Sometimes we have to do it through, you know, movement or some sort of body therapy. So I see that here, and this is acting as resistance to other people coming towards you to connect with you. Because they're picking up on an energy, you're putting out a signal, right? Like a radio frequency that's like, please don't hurt me, I'm afraid, I don't want to get hurt again. Or maybe there's some negative beliefs like all men are the same, or all women are the same, or they only want one thing or something. Maybe there's some negative limiting beliefs here. But there's, what I'm picking up on this, there's a frequency which is keeping people slightly at a distance. So maybe you date and they really like you and they think you're really attractive and they can see how amazing you are, but you're kind of like not quite gelling, and they never take that step to kind of make it more serious or get a little bit closer. And because there's this heart wall in your energy, or this kind of very particular frequency, which is keeping people at arm's length. And I wonder if that's because it makes you feel safer. And that's understandable if you've been hurt in the past. I do understand. But this can all be healed. I think this is really beautiful. Let's clarify, with your, oh my goodness, okay, with your oracle cards. We have the card Blessings. Okay, blessings are coming in for you. And I think this is like a sacred blessed union, which is on the cards for you, which is on the horizon for you. I don't think all this kind of, it doesn't have to be really heavy. We don't need to, you know, make our healing really, really hard work. You know, it's just a return to love. So Spirit is really saying count your blessings as well. If you've experienced romantic love in your life, feel that love. You know, not everybody has that in their lives. Not everybody gets to experience that even for a short time. So count your blessings there. That's really going to help to heal you and to shift your energy, which I think is really beautiful. And just count the blessings for the love that you have around you already in your family, the gentle people, the loving people, your friends, the people that you connect to. And then we have treasure your loved ones. right? So again, just, this is a card 10, breaks down to a 1, that may be significant to you. There are lilies and hibiscus on here, so they may be a sign for you as well. It's important to love others deeply. So yeah, it's just like, make time for those people, call those people up that you don't get to talk to that much. And then by doing that, you're growing the love in your life. You're connecting to that kind of, what we opened the reading with, that gentle love, that genuine love. And you're just like, maybe that's what the healing is, when you can connect to that bandwidth of love being safe, of love being gentle, right? Rather than love being harsh or about rejection, or tuning into that energy, you will grow more of it in your life, okay? Energy flows where attention goes. We have the card Thinker from the Wisdom Oracle deck. I think that this is a card 44, breaks down to an 8. That may be significant. I think that maybe there may be some overthinking here. Too much time in the head, not enough time feeling your feelings. Too much time trying to work things out, or work people out, or work somebody out, right? And not enough time just tuning into how you feel. Do you feel afraid? Do you feel abandoned? Are you afraid of being abandoned? Tune into how you feel and follow your heart rather than what you think, right? That's what I'm getting from that. And then we have the card Trust and Heart-to-Heart Conversations from the Romance Angels deck. This is interesting. So I feel like there may be trust issues here. Maybe somebody broke your trust in the past, and this is what's causing this sort of resistance that we've been talking about. This situation is calling for you to have faith. You've got to walk by faith and not by sight. And then heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings. So this is about bringing your real self to the table. So maybe some of these cards, I see this here in this kind of final trio of your cards, are just like, when you date and when you meet people, are you bringing your real self, or are you bringing a representative? Are you bringing what you think you want? What the person, hang on, I need to get this right. I'm really sorry. So like, are you bringing to the table your real self? Or are you making assumptions about what it is that they want, and then trying to be a people pleaser and trying to present that aspect of yourself to them rather than your authentic self in order to get your needs met, right? So you can bring your real self to any date or any person or any relationship. You can bring your real needs, you can bring your real emotions, and in doing so you will come into right alignment with exactly the right person for you and weed out all the wrong ones. So I think that's what this heart-to-heart conversations is about. It's about speaking your truth. This makes me feel like this. I feel like this. Okay, and the right person will create space and support. Space to listen, and that feeling of kind of being truly seen and heard, and that support. The person who's right for you will bring that to you. And only the person who's wrong for you will be dismissive of your true feelings and your authenticity. So I feel like authentic communication as you move forward and you date and you meet people is going to let people in and is part of your healing. To be that vulnerable, to bring your real self, not to limit yourself, not to hide parts of yourself, right? Is going to bring you healing and balance. I hope you found this reading beneficial. It has been very interesting. There's lots of different facets to this. Maybe you might want to journal about it, or just consider it a little bit. I'm not saying that anybody is wrong in any way. You've asked the question and these are the energies around this. So maybe if it resonates with you, then it's going to help you on your journey towards true love. But there is this beautiful love here in your life. This reading is getting a little bit long. I want to recommend my beautiful books that I've written, From the Heart, Attract Soulmate Love, and Feminine Frequency. They are for the feminine energy partner in a connection. That is the partner who likes to be pursued. You can read loads more about it on my website, lumieretarot.com. Both books are linked in the description box. People are saying that the information is amazing, that they wish they'd known this stuff years ago, that it's been an absolute game changer for them. So it's like really empowering, really positive, super interesting, super helpful. So I love writing those books. People love reading them, so do check those out if it resonates. But I'm sending you lots of love and light and healing in your situation. I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, welcome to your reading. To everyone who picked group number 2, this is for everyone who picked the stunning pyrite cluster crystal, my favourite and most magical crystal I've ever seen or owned in my entire life. I just love it so much. Super powerful and magical. All right, so we're going to be taking a look at the energy surrounding your situation and what is blocking you from finding true love. All right, I'm going to begin with your tarot, and I will look at your oracle cards to clarify a little bit later on in the reading. Opening your reading with Page of Pentacles, the Chariot, 8 of Cups in reverse, 6 of Swords, Strength, 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Cups to close your reading. So I see Cancer's energy here, Leo's energy, and Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is represented here as well. Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. That may resonate with you. If it doesn't, please don't worry about it too much. I see you, you're asking those deeper questions. You want to know what's going on. You have this beautiful capacity to look deeply into things and to ask those questions, from the soul level. You're not happy with just living on the surface of things. I sense that you're an old soul, so you want that beautiful heart to heart, soul to soul connection, and nothing else will do for you. I see that you are torn between your head and your heart. And I feel like this is about a past connection. Now, this could be a relationship that you had. It could be a situationship that you were in. It could even just be something that was energetic, where you felt a strong attraction to somebody, or even a crush. Or it could just be about relationships in general, but there's this what I'm seeing is this like kind of major pull between the head and the heart. The heart wants what the heart wants, but the head is saying, no, this isn't really the right person, or this isn't really the right time, or there are too many practical issues in the way, right? So there's this pull between the head and the heart, which is kind of acting as a block to true love coming in for you, because I see this is a card of forward motion. You've been trying your best, you're trying to create change in your life. Spirit acknowledges that, but it's like you're coming up against this wall, and it's like you're unable to move on with this 8 of Cups in the reverse. Like, I feel like you haven't been able to move on from something, even though you've been trying your best. Perhaps there's a connection that you had, or a crush, or even a relationship that you were in, or just someone you dated who you felt like they had a lot of potential and you really kind of wish that you could be together. What I'm seeing in my mind is that you've got one foot in and one foot out of something energetically. So what I'm seeing is that on one hand you're saying, I want new love, I want to be connected to my soulmate, maybe you want to be married, or you just want like that deep, beautiful connection. That is a lovely intention. But on the other hand, you've still got one foot in the past, right? Connected to this other person, or this other situation, or this other energy. So it's like you kind of straddling two worlds or two energies. You're just like half in one thing and half in another. You're half in your intention to have true love, and you're half, maybe you haven't, what I'm hearing is you haven't made a clean break from a situation or a person, or a situationship or a relationship, something that you were involved in. There hasn't been a clean break, and I just feel like maybe this energy keeps coming up for you. Maybe you keep getting hooked back into it. Maybe you don't hear from them for ages, and then they hit you up out of the blue, and then you're sort of back into it, and then you're back in that sort of turmoil. So it's like this person or this energy, even if you're not in contact, they're from the past, they're acting as, I'm feeling it really strongly in the solar plexus and in the heart chakra. They're acting as a block to the new love coming in to you. Let's talk about this deeper. The fact is, when you can release that energy from your energy body, from your energy field, from your mind, from the past, and it will take strength to do this, with the 6 of Wands to the Strength card, right? But what I'm hearing is everything that you truly want is on the other side of your fear. And we'll talk about this a little bit more as I'm looking at these cards. So I see this need, and I know that you're trying your best, but to move on, to move forward. But there's this hook, isn't there, that's kind of keeping you in that loop or in the past, or that you maybe get triggered by this person, or it keeps, if this is your message, or this situation keeps coming up for you. So yeah, I see, this is interesting. We've got the 2 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, and the 5 of Pentacles. So by making that ultimate decision of just being like, no, I'm not going to let you mess with me anymore. I'm not going to let you mess with my life, or mess with my energy, or mess with my head. I'm not going to kind of keep you in my energy just in case. Because what it is that there's this, I'm just going to keep you around just in case, because otherwise I'm going to be in this kind of abyss of loneliness, or there'll be nothing to kind of look forward to. So there's this person or this energy in your life, and it's giving you something. Maybe it's giving you some self-esteem or some solace, or it's familiar, and this is why you want to keep it in your life, and that's natural that you would want to do that. But it is acting as a block to love, you know, until you say, yes, I release this completely, and I am prepared to stand here in the big wide world on my own, with my heart open, ready for love. Then it's going to be difficult for that love to come in. And this is what I see here. I see like some turmoil. I see this sort of juggling of the past energies and the future energies of your intention of what it is that you truly want, mixed with holding on to the past because it's what feels familiar and what feels safe to you, right? This person or situation. So there is this kind of resistance to fully let go of that, because you feel too exposed, or you feel too empty, or you'll feel too much loss, and you're worried that it's going to be too painful for you. So there is this resistance to sort of being out there on your own and just going, yeah, I'm standing on my own 2 feet. I'm not going to look for this validation out there. I'm not going to let this person mess with me anymore, or kind of keep getting into my life and stirring up my emotions, right? So yeah, there is this sort of, with the 7 of Wands energy, this kind of resistance. There's a lot of fear here to kind of being on your own and cutting ties to the past is what I'm hearing, and not having those energetic ties, whether this is something just within your own energy body or within your own mind, or whether this is an actual connection of somebody who reaches out to you, or that you're still in contact with, or that you see from time to time, and it kind of creates turmoil for you. There's this inability to cut those ties fully, and then there's this energy of half in, half out, which we've talked about. But there is this resistance to sort of fully being on your own and to cutting those ties. But you know, when you have this strength and you have got it, this is the center of your reading, the theme of your reading. And what Spirit is saying is it's going to be much easier than you think. It's not going to be as hard as you think. It's not going to be as painful as you think it's going to be. You're not going to feel as exposed as you think you will, or as afraid. You're going to feel expansive, empowered, that you're doing what you know is right for you, right? It's going to feel really, really good. And what I'm seeing is that you jump onto this bandwidth of well-being, which is like a highway of like bringing good stuff into your life, right? Opportunities, people to flirt with, fun, relationships, right? Your divine counterpart is all on that highway. So if you can get into that headspace, it's not going to be as hard as you think. And what is on the other side of your fears? It's new love, which is what you want. Okay, so this is what's blocking the love in your life. It's just like having those ties to the past, whether it's physically or energetically. There's something you've got to reconcile that with yourself and just be like, no, this isn't the right person for me, or this is acting as a block to me, if this is resonating with you, if this is your message, and I'm going to cut through that, right? And as soon as you do, I promise you, like within 3 weeks, really soon, like the moment you do it for real, love will come rushing into your life. New love. Something to really be excited about, something to make your heart beat faster, like an offer of genuine love and the beginning of something really special. Let's take a look at your oracle cards. Okay then. Okay, we have this card, Universal Heart. Let's talk about this in a minute. This is exciting. Universal Heart. This is just like you're connected to your divine counterpart through love, through that energy frequency of love, because there is that connection of heart to heart, of, you know, between each other, but there's this whole energy of love which just like encompasses the whole world, right? There is so much love in your life. Don't forget that. Remember all the love that you have in your life, that you've experienced, all the people who love you, all the love that you've exchanged in your life, and connect to that universal heartbeat which is there to nourish you, to sustain you. Connect to that, and you are connected to your divine counterpart through this universal heart. You're already connected energetically. We have the card Actions Speak Loudly, which is a 49, breaks down to a 13, breaks down to a 4. That may be significant to you. This is just like actions speak louder than words. So just remember, you know, whatever you're going through now, whatever's been in the past, if you're confused about a connection or like what happened or what went wrong, or what it all means, maybe there's this fear of like giving up on someone because you're just like, wow, I had so much potential, but you know, you can't be in love with potential really. But look at the actions. This is what Spirit is saying. Make this, you know, something you live by. It's just like, doesn't matter what they say to you, doesn't matter how much they tell you you're special or how much they say that they love you. I mean, this is all very beautiful, but if it isn't backed up with actions of them coming towards you, of them pursuing you, of them showing up for you, of them being there for you when you need it, then they perhaps don't mean what they say as fully as they're saying it. So remember that actions speak louder than words. Spirit wants you to know that. Right, we have this beautiful card, Building Blocks. I love this for you. This is a 28, breaks down to a 10, breaks down to a 1. So you're building good stuff for the future. I see that you're trying your best. I see that you're doing good stuff for yourself, right? You're investing in yourself. You're living your own life. You're improving your own self-concept, how you feel about yourself, so that you become more magnetic. You're sorting your life out so that, you know, you've got a life that's that you can enjoy and that someone else will want to be involved with. So you are taking steps. So, you know, what I'm hearing from Spirit is credit where credit is due, right? You're doing good stuff, you're working on yourself, you're working towards your own goals and dreams, and you are building up to this relationship that's coming in for you. So, but this is really a card of a step at a time, one step at a time. Okay, we cannot run before we can walk. So there is this energy of having to break down these ties from the past. Maybe they're just energetic. Maybe you're still in a connection with somebody, and then just kind of building a step at a time. And then we have the card Engagement and the card Very Soon. How crazy is that? So your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. What I see here, oh, this is interesting. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Let's talk about this. When you set your intention of what it is that you truly want, where you stop this seesawing of like, oh, I want this new relationship, oh no, I'm getting caught back into some sort of past energy. When you're clear about what it is that you want, it can come into you much faster. So I see you being able to do that really, really strongly. This is going to bring this into you. And this engagement can symbolize an engagement. It can symbolize the person that you're going to marry if you're into that, or have a long-term committed relationship with you. It's going to be sooner than you think. So make the most of your singledom, right? Make the most of it, because this is going to be sooner than you think. But this just indicates somebody who is available for a real relationship, like a real committed relationship, who has that capacity to connect at that level, to be able to love at that level, to share those feelings with somebody else and to really commit. So I think that's really good. It's really, really healthy. I think it's going to be sooner than you think. This may be the person who's your life partner or someone that you could marry if that's something that you are open to. So I don't see this as like, I see this that, you know, there are solutions here to what it is that we've been talking about. And I know that you've been working on yourself, but if you can cut those ties from the past, either physically or energetically, then you know, something serious is what I'm hearing, will come in for you. Especially when you're clear about what it is that you want. So maybe there's this energy here, and I definitely see like some confusion here with this 2 of Pentacles and this 7 of Wands. Maybe someone's made you confused about how you feel or how they feel, and there's some confusion about whether to move forward or whether to give this other relationship a go, or whether you should wait for them or something like this. When you can clear all that confusion away, that's going to create like a clear pathway for good things to come to you, right? For love to come to you, you know, because this is the outcome of your reading. I mean, a lot of positivity here. Ace of Cups, and then engagement very soon. So, yes, even if you're not like actually engaged, I feel like you're going to be engaged, you know, be in a relationship. And it's going to happen sooner than you think. I think you can make this shift in your mind, in your energy. You can sort of turn this around once you're aware of it. I think you can sort of turn this around, and then you will experience positive change. All right, that's everything that I have for you in this reading. I hope you found it beneficial in some way. Let me know how it resonates in the comments, and give it a like if you found it helpful, because it's a good way of supporting free tarot here on YouTube. If you feel called to, please check out my beautiful books, Attract, Soulmate Love and Feminine Frequency. I have written those books from the heart. They are for the feminine energy partner in a connection, the person who likes to be pursued, the sort of yin energy partner rather than the yang energy partner. So people have been saying that they are loving this, that they wish that they'd known this stuff years ago, and that these books have been a game changer for them. So do check that out if it resonates. But yes, I'm sending you lots of love and light and healing in your situation. Take care of yourselves. Have a good week. I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, welcome to your reading. To everyone who picked group number 3, this is for everyone who picked the double terminated beautiful amethyst crystal point here. Okay, I'm going to take a look at your tarot to begin with and clarify with your oracle cards regarding what is blocking you from finding true love. All right, so opening your reading with the Hanged Man, you get the Tower, the Star, King of Swords in reverse, Knight of Wands, Magician, 2 of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Swords, and then the 7 of Swords. Okay, I see Aquarius energy here, Virgo's energy, Leo and Aries energy, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. That may resonate with you. If it doesn't, please don't worry about it. I need to tell you that the message that I'm seeing that's coming through is quite specific. Right? So if you find that it doesn't resonate with you, this is just a general reading. You might want to consider choosing another group if this isn't your message, because you've probably been guided to this video for a reason. So please just bear that in mind, or just, you know, take what resonates and leave the rest in your situation. So we have the Hanged Man, whoops, which I nearly dropped, but I didn't. We've got the Hanged Man and the Tower and the Star. So I feel like you are still bound up with something energetically or emotionally which ended. So I feel like there was a relationship which ended abruptly. Maybe you were cheated on, maybe it just fell apart, but I feel like this has made you look at things differently. You look at yourself differently. You're looking at love differently, of relationships differently. What I'm hearing from Spirit is you learn a lot from this situation. Okay, so there is a lot of energy when I see this Tower and all this lightning still bound up in this situation for you, maybe mentally, maybe emotionally, maybe it's in your energetic body, but there is just something, you are still tied up to this, and you still have hope that this connection will still come good. This is why it's quite a specific message. This is what's blocking true love from coming in for you, is that true love cannot come in for you when you are still so emotionally or energetically tied to this connection that's still in your life. If you are in a situationship or that happened in the past, this could have happened like 2 years ago, but there's still just there's this residual hope, just like maybe they'll come back to me, maybe we can work it out, or just like no one compares to how I felt when I was with this person. And as long as you are still bound up to this, tied to this connection or person from the past, new love cannot come to you. That's quite a succinct way of putting it, I guess. But I just see like holding on to hope that you can heal this, really. But healing is definitely needed with the star card. I love to see the star in a reading. It does represent true, genuine love, but I just feel like you've still got feelings for somebody, that you're still holding on to somebody. And that's why somebody else can't get close to you, because you've just got this energetic boundary. So on one hand, you're saying, yeah, I want love to come in, I want you love. But on the other hand, if you're having all these thoughts that are saying, no one will compare to this other person, I've never experienced a love like this was so rare and special, that's lack mentality, right? Of just saying, this is so rare and special, it's special like a diamond, I'll never find it again because it's so rare. Okay, this is what I'm picking up on. I hope I don't sound harsh, it isn't my intention, I just say what I see in the cards. So, my intention is to help you to move forward with your journey, towards your emotional fulfillment, towards happiness. So I see like you've been unable to cut somebody out of your life. Maybe there's a lot of confusion around a connection or a situationship, or about something that happened in the past with somebody. You're feeling confused about it. Maybe you're letting your heart lead the way and you're very emotionally involved in it, but you're not thinking clearly. You're not seeing the big picture. You're not seeing what's really happening. You're not seeing with clarity this situation and what's going on with them. So I feel like you may have, because you've got Knight of Wands in the center of your reading, you may have somebody who is still in your energy. You may even have somebody who's still in your life, who is being hot and cold, who is coming in and out of your life, and you're allowing them to do this, right? Maybe they come in for a hookup. Maybe they're just kind of, you don't hear from them for ages, and then you get a flurry of messages and they're kind of blowing up your phone and they're all just like into you, and then it's just like radio silence again, right? Or maybe it's somebody who's in and out of your life, and every time it's over, you think this is over for good, I'm never going to see them again, and then you give it another go. Or maybe this is something that has happened to you recently in your kind of romantic life, and there's this energy of that still with you, still in your energetic frequency in your life. So I see someone who's kind of, maybe there's someone who's messing with you, maybe there's someone who's toying with your emotions, maybe I feel like for some of you, you're holding on to hope that these small crumbs that they give you, this intermittent reinforcement, this intermittent connection is going to turn into something, is going to turn into a real relationship. This is your hope. Or maybe that was an energy that you stayed in for a long time, and then that has cast a shadow over your energetic frequency, and it's taking a little bit of time just to heal that, to process it, to work through it. Okay, so it may resonate like that. We've got the beautiful Magician. You have the power. Don't forget this. No one can waste your time but you. You have the power. You have the power to transform this situation, to transform this relationship with this person, to transform your relationship with yourself, and to call new love into your life. The Magician. You have got it all, right? You will find love. Love is for you. Start tuning into that energy. This is like a card of abundance, tuning into the bandwidth of abundance, right? That's the bandwidth of well-being. It's a bandwidth, we think of abundance in this narrow terms of just money, but abundance is like health, it's well-being, it's goodness, it's opportunity, it's following your bliss, and it's love, right? So that's what this is all about, tuning into that bandwidth. And you have the power to do that. You get to decide how you experience your life based on your beliefs. So the world conforms to your beliefs. If you believe that finding love is impossible, then the universe will make it so. If you believe that you'll never love again like this, the universe will make it so. So when you can connect to abundance, you're just going, love is everywhere, love is all around me, I have loads of opportunities to connect in a loving way at a deep level. There are loads of people out there who are a perfect match for me. There are loads of people out there that I can connect to at the soulmate level, right? That's abundance. That's that. And like stepping into that, stepping into your power. I just feel like maybe this situation has worn you down or undermined you a little bit, but you can choose to step into your power. This is going to heal you. This is going to bring true love into you. So I see you going into calmer waters. I see you kind of making an ultimate decision, right? With this Two of Pentacles. This is just like things settling down. If you've been involved in a lot of turmoil, if you've got a lot of processing to do, if you've got to process these emotions, these feelings, this situation that happened, it's all going to calm down. You're going to feel so much better. And that comes from you kind of coming from this empowered place of making a decision about what it is that's for you and what it is that isn't for you. And you're deciding, you're giving the universe this clear message, because when we have a wishy-washy intention about what it is that we want, we get wishy-washy results. So you're stepping into your power where you've got this clear intention and you're just cutting out what is no longer serving you. This is what I'm seeing here. This is just like having boundaries and protecting yourself from people who do not have your best interests at heart, people who want to play you, people who want to lie to you, people who want to mess with your emotions, people who want to play games, people who want to use you for their own outside validation. You don't need to get involved in somebody else's agenda. Wow, that was a big download. Wow. Right? You don't need to know, you do not need to get involved in somebody else's agenda and their own situation. Doesn't mean that they're a bad person. They could be, right? But it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. Often when people behave in a way that is outside of their integrity, outside of their sort of empowered energy, it's because they have a lot of fear. They are coping mechanisms and they're acting out of coping mechanisms, and this is the only way that they know to sort of do love and relationships and to do connection. But I see you really just like creating a lot of harmony in your life and in yourself, settling down your own energy by deciding like what isn't for you really, and being able to recognize it quite quickly. So maybe that's one of the lessons that you've learned. You're just like, yeah, I recognize when something isn't for me. I recognize when something isn't in my highest good, and I just keep it at a distance. I keep it at arm's length. I say no to it. And if someone means business, if someone's serious, then they will come towards you. Right? They'll be consistent. Their energy will come towards you. They'll be pursuing you. And if they're not, then they'll be flaky. So it's just like you're just saying no to flakiness. And I'm telling you, when you do that, it's going to feel really good. All right? Really good. And this is the healing, right? That's going to come for you. This is what will dissolve that block. What's going to dissolve the block is your own desire to just want something better for yourself, and to just say no to what it is that you don't want, even though that's sometimes hard. It will connect you to your own power. It will ground you within yourself, so you're not kind of swayed by somebody else's energy or what's going on with them, right? Okay, this is interesting. We have the card Tantric Union, right? This is just about like someone that you resonate with on a deep level, that there's like, you know, like we were talking about, there's a lot of energy, a lot of sort of Ace of Wands energy, still in a connection with somebody. Maybe you're just like, I won't resonate with somebody like this, or maybe they are the best that you ever had, and you're just like, well, this is so amazing, or this is why you keep getting drawn back into it, because when it's good, it's really good. With this Knight of Wands as well, when it's good, it's really good, and it can feel very intense. So I feel like there's still like a lot of intense attraction or a lot of intense connection between you and another person, and this is why it's difficult for you to cut them out of your life, or it has been difficult, or it was difficult, and this was something that stopped you from moving on. Right, this is interesting. We have the card separation and reconciliation. I think this is just mirroring what we were talking about, of like someone in your life who's hot and cold, or someone who in your recent past who's been kind of treating you hot and cold, and this is what's blocking the love in your life, is because you're still so involved in this other connection, whether you're involved physically and they're in and out of your life, or whether you're just involved emotionally and you go off in your mind in a sort of fantasy thinking about what may have been, or hoping that they'll still reach out to you. So this separation reconciliation really represents that hot and cold behavior. It may also represent, if this is resonating with you, that this person who we've been talking about may still want to come back to you. You may still have another cycle or another few cycles of doing this hot and cold in and out thing before you are able to heal it, before you're able to really say enough is enough. This isn't the sort of relationship that I want. This is only crumbs. This doesn't feel nourishing to me. This isn't enough. And if you aren't able to bring me, to meet my needs in that way, what it is that I truly want, I just feel like there's someone you want more from them than they're prepared to give, or that they're able to give in your life, or that you had someone in the past like that. You're still holding on to that hope because you see like how amazing it could have been. So I feel like the separation reconciliation can represent that. They may come back round again. Just because they do doesn't mean that you need to entertain it though. Okay, but this is really what's blocking love for you, is that you're still so involved in this, or a little bit involved with it, either physically or emotionally in your heart space, right? If you've still got these ties to that person, right, the one, the one. If you've still got ties to that person, it's gonna, if they did come back round and you would give them another chance, this is what's stopping your true love from coming in for you. We have these two beautiful cards, slowed down and poised, right? So I feel like this is really nice. This is a card number 9. So you need to slow down, pause and allow things to unfold. You don't need to do this all yourself. You don't need to force anything. Just allow things to unfold. Keep working on yourself. What I'm hearing is be really gentle with yourself. Don't try and force another relationship right now if you've still got these this to process or to deal with. All right, give yourself the time that you need to heal, or to fix this, or to sort this out, or to decide what it is that you want. There is no rush, right? You can just take it. And when you slow down and you calm down, like we were talking about with this Two of Pentacles, it's going to give you an opportunity to really be able to think clearly. And we have the card poised. So it's like you're poised for growth, you're poised for something new to come into your life. So you're on this precipice of change, okay, of positive change, of empowerment, right? Of being able to turn this situation around, to be able to create something new for yourself, and to be poised for the love that you desire and that you deserve, all right? And also Spirit is saying act with poise as well, okay? Just sort of respond, don't react, don't get caught up in somebody else's agenda, stay grounded in yourself rather than getting involved in any sort of emotional turmoil or drama. This is what you're learning as a result of this connection that we've been talking about, or that you experienced in the past, is to kind of be grounded in yourself, centered within yourself, anchored down, and from that space you are able to respond in a very measured, mature, graceful, loving way to whatever is happening in the outer circumstances. And you can, what I'm hearing is, hold on to yourself so you don't get lost in your own emotions, or in somebody else's agenda, or in what somebody else wants. You can stay true to your authentic truth. All right. I hope you have found this reading helpful in some way. If you did, please give it a like. It's a beautiful way of supporting free tarot here on YouTube. If you feel called to, please check out my beautiful books, Attract, Soulmate Love and Feminine Frequency. I have written both those books absolutely from the heart to empower people. These books are for the feminine energy partner, the partner who likes to be pursued in a romantic connection. All right, you can read loads more about it on my website, lumieretarot.com, and they are linked in the description box below this video. People are saying that these books are a game changer for them and that they're learning loads of new things. So check that out if it resonates, but I'm sending you lots of love and light in your situation. Do take good care. Have an amazing week, and I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care. Bye bye.